Hello everyone and welcome back to Serious Sunday. My name is Luke, and this is the show where I talk about video games and things. And though by no means I was intending to stick with the theme from last week, it appears that mods are the hot topic of the month, as this week saw the escalation of a fan revolt against Take-Two and Rockstar over the issuing of a cease and desist letter to the developers of popular modding platform for Grand Theft Autos 4 and 5, OpenIV, or perhaps Open4. Though Rockstar has traditionally vocally expressed general support for modding and creative uses of their games, and even provide nominal tools to their players in GTA Online, for example to develop new modes of gameplay, news broke on the C&D Thursday, the 15th, so 10 days ago as of the airing of this episode, stating that the modding platform was shut down to prevent a legal battle when Take-Two asserted that Open4 would allow third parties to defeat security features of their software and modify it in violation of Take-Two's rights. Their argument being that the way the system altered their games left it open for hacking, essentially, of GTA Online, a popular component of GTA 5. Open4's development team issued a public statement that they had no intention of fighting the C&D, wanting to avoid a protracted legal battle in an attempt to prove that modding is protected under fair use and entirely legal, which is still a point of contention that has not successfully reached a point of legal precedent. A major argument in detraction of this action is that it's effectively rendering modding illegal, though this hasn't escalated to a federal case at all, so the particular claim is overblown. What it does do, however, is back up the stance that modding online games is punishable through civil suit. There have been many instances of publishers issuing C&Ds to mod creators, and the general ruling has fallen in favor of publishers historically, as in the case of the tools that significantly alter the experience of an online game, such as Overwatch cheating tools created by Bossland GmbH, and the legal action taken by Epic Games against roundtable for creation of cheating tools for their new MOBA, Paragon. This would be fuel enough to bring the ire of the pro-modding gaming public, but some lawsuits have even come coupled with reports of private investigators physically visiting mod creators like the creators of 5M and GTA MP to personally deliver a call from Take-Two's legal departments. Ham-fisted, but driving a fairly clear message that mods and tools that affect the experience of GTA Online will not be tolerated. Creepy move, Take-Two. The argument from the perspective of the publishers is that by causing an unfair shift in the player base on an online game, the online experience is diminished, and ultimately, this can lead to a bad reputation of an online game as being overpopulated with cheaters, and in chain reaction, cause a loss of future profits. In a more general sense, these tools also break the end-user license agreement clause against reverse engineering, which may be tantamount to patent and/or copyright infringement. And in general, these lawsuits have been upheld, so the question boils down to one major sticking point. Does Open4 allow players to break GTA Online? Overwhelmingly, the player base has said no. Open4 is a tool that allows players to mod the single-player parts of GTA 4 and 5, and in general, no mods are released via this platform that have any significant effect on GTA Online. That is the crux of the argument that makes this case stand out against those of 5M or GTA MP. The player base has been surprisingly well coordinated in this instance in orchestrating a boycott of Take-Two's games, and within a week, though the efficacy of driving down the average for the single highest grossing video game of the last decade and fourth highest of all time, dragged the game's overall rating to an abysmal overwhelmingly negative on Steam. Regardless of whether the downvote brigade caused the shift, or just the visibility of this lawsuit and the show of nearly universal support by the vocal minority of GTA's consumer for the platform, Rockstar has apparently taken steps to reverse this action, discussing the benefits of Open4 with Take-Two, and ultimately having the C&D rescinded, apparently on the condition that Open4 platform would be altered to ensure that use of it could not affect the online component of the game, which, according to Rock Paper Shotgun, it was revealed at the 11th hour by the developers of Open4 itself was possible, though as yet not actively pursued, actually lending some legitimacy to Take-Two's original decision. The timeline suggests, as this whole whirlwind of activity has taken less than a week to be fully realized, that Rockstar acted quickly on Open4's behalf, and as one can imagine, this whole discussion would have taken at least a day or two of business day deliberation, followed by contacting the developers of Open4 and coordinating on creating a patch for the platform that would ensure that it sealed the security hole that it created. Cooler heads have prevailed on the legal side, which is refreshing. Having been pending legal action, obviously neither party could disclose the intention of doing this, but I think Rockstar is owed a nod of respect for their quick action in turning this situation around, even while under constant fire from the player base. As it stands, as of the recording of this video, however, GTA 5 still sits with an overwhelmingly negative review score, some still citing Take-Two as the reason for this, so one can expect that a large portion of these reviews will sit unamended, but I expect that this particular boycott will lose steam in the coming weeks as players filter back into GTA Online. I at least am glad to see a positive resolution for this particular instance, and I at least understand Take-Two's insistence on protecting the online portion of their game. Coordinating with Open4 to ensure that only the single player can be affected by using its toolset seems a fairly worthy compromise to me. But as with any company showing themselves to be overly litigious, this may have done some significant damage to Take-Two's reputation. Time will tell, of course, on this point. Anyway, that's about all I have on this topic for today. More of a news report than much by way of editorializing, but I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. If you're interested in modding GTA 5, Open4 is, once again, available for use. So heave to. I might just give it a shot myself. But thank you for joining me today. If you're interested in catching more game news editorials like this, might I suggest subscribing to Level 0 NPCs, or even just following the Serious Sunday playlist. It does help our channel grow, and it keeps us working on all of this beyond our day jobs. Regardless, thank you once again, and I do hope that I will see you around here again soon. Take care.